I'm first going to start this video off with a short dialogue from the Empire Strikes Back novel, where Yoda speaks to Luke on Dagobah in his hut. Yes, impatient are you, but see this world. If I gave into the dark side, I would take much, and in return, much I would lose. Much danger there is in the dark side, but the largest to lose oneself. How can one be powerful if no longer are they themselves? In the Clone Wars, we get a small glimpse of what dark side Yoda would be like, and that was when Yoda himself was put to the test against his own dark side temptations. In the scene, his alter ego tells him that he has been tempted with the dark side many times before. As we can imagine, at 900 years old, I'm sure he had many dark moments that made him so mellow and devoted to the light side of the Force. But just for this video, just for a moment, let's pretend Yoda did turn to the dark side, either in his younger years or at this moment. Just how powerful would he become? Well, what we know from Yoda's opinion is of course contradictory to Palpatine's. The same can be said for Jedi and Sith ideologies. As we see Yoda tell Luke that the dark side isn't stronger, it's merely just quicker and more seductive.
Is the dark side stronger?
No. But easier, more seductive.
What does he mean by this? Well, let's look at Palpatine for example. Palpatine was almost 100 years old when Vader killed him, yet he looked worse than Yoda at 900 years. Taking species genetics out of it, the dark side of the Force will propel you into so much power, much faster than one patient to the light side. As Anakin tells Obi-Wan that he underestimates his new powers that were developed within several hours of turning to the dark side. However, ultimately, it does fail a Sith in the long run. The light side of the Force is part of the will of the Force, if not corrupted by politics like the Jedi made it. I believe the will of the Force, like Qui-Gon's beliefs, is what is the most powerful in the long run. That's why Qui-Gon was able to transcend his consciousness into the next realm after death. But ultimately, if Yoda turned to the dark side, could he have become as powerful with the Force as he was at age 900, but with the body and strength at half that age? If Yoda were to succumb to give in to the dark side, he would be the ultimate Force user for the duration of his time as a Sith. However long that might be, he would be able to leap giant bounds with his small and light stature, jumping massive distances with the help of the dark side flowing through him. His main pastime at the temple was meditation, while the Sith feed on meditating, which was one of Darth Maul's pastimes as well. The more he focuses on his hatred, the more powerful and focused he becomes. Yoda would then learn Force Lightning. Just as he became so powerful with controlling it with his bare hands when attacked, he would now be able to propel lightning more powerful than Sidious. Remember, Sidious was only around 60 years old when he fought Yoda, and Yoda was almost at 900, and it was still almost evenly matched. If Yoda would learn this power at age 200 or even 400, merely half his age, he would have been able to rival Palpatine's natural gift of Force Lightning with immense ease, incinerating foe with a mere spark just like Sidious did in the comics and novels. Yoda would then learn Force Drain. He would be able to use his powers as a Force user to drain the life from his enemies, and in turn allow it to make him more powerful, healing any injuries and keeping him flowing stronger with the dark side while weakening his enemies. It was Yoda's pure beliefs in the Force that blocked him from using any and all means necessary when it came to destroying his enemies. With his hatred, he would be able to summon Force storms upon entire cities and kingdoms, smiting them all to oblivion with his Force rage in effect. His ability to tap into his fear, rage, anger would lead him to harness his Force rage with immense power, resulting in increased speed and physical strength, allowing him to overwhelm any opponent with a ferocious assault. His most powerful move would be Force Destruction, where he would unleash the most powerful attack able to be able to destroy entire armies. Just like Luke Skywalker will do in the new Battlefront 2 game and film, where he sends a shockwave of power outwards to his enemies and destroys them. Yoda believed the light side was more powerful because it kept you as who you are, and you didn't lose yourself in the power of the dark side. However, if you did, you wouldn't be yourself, but you would be extremely powerful, whoever you did become. In the end, you may lose due to your own arrogance of power. However, in that time frame of life, your powers would be exponentially higher than if one stuck to the light side of the Force with all its limitations. The Sith don't technically ever lose, they merely all lose to themselves, such as Maul toying with Obi-Wan dropping his guard, Anakin being overconfident of his raw power, and Palpatine being too focused on killing Luke to feel Vader's treachery. The dark side is a pathway
to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
However, when it comes to surviving, the light side of the Force will preserve the longest time and allow them to keep a level and sane head. How powerful do you feel Yoda would have become for that time if he would have turned to the dark side? Would he be weaker, stronger? Inevitably, the dark side always loses in the end. It is a great power to achieve many abilities. Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit like and support the channel. I'll see you all in tomorrow's episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
The Force will be with you always.